Gente, começando mais um vídeo, Elias of the Apes, apresentado por mim, Elias Cunha. Seja muito bem-vindo. Peço desde já que você deixe o like e que você se inscreva no canal. Esse é o vídeo final. Vamos lá enfrentar o último chefe.
I feel a really scary power ahead.
Yeah, even I can feel it. Master Van is here. Once we go past this point, we probably can't come back.
There's no need to come back. We're going to defeat Van and put an end to everything.
You make it sound so simple.
It is. They believe that the planet's memory sets the future in stone, so they seek to erase it. We believe that the planet's memory is but one of infinite choices, that the future can be changed. I'm not particularly fond of this word, but our faith is simply different. We've reached a point where the matter cannot be resolved with words.
Yes, Van has Lorelei inside himself. If Lorelei perishes, the world will attempt to recover 7 phonons, destroying their balance. Luke, we've come here to stop that. It's not like the last time. We understand what Van is trying to do, and we cannot accept it.
Yeah, it's irresponsible to just erase everything and start all over. If we were going to follow the score and die, it would be people's responsibility to accept that. But we realized along the way that we could work together to avoid that. So we're going to live our lives. We're going to walk our own path. We're going to shove the Commandant's ideas up his ass. Luke, I kept thinking about you and Ash. I wish that Ash would come back to Kimlaska and support Father, together with you. But I was wrong. You and Ash each had your... I'd been trying to tie both of you down with a promise that was no longer valid. Ash is inside you now. In the past, I might have mixed you and Ash together, but you're you. So please, live the way... I'll do everything in my power to support you so you can do that. As your childhood friend.
You've barely begun to be you, and you bear the weight of countless lives. You have to live enough to make up for the lives you've consumed.
Yeah, just 7 years, and
What I'm saying is cruel. Live and live, the whole time carrying the weight of that malice, hatred, grief, and anger. But I won't let you carry it alone. I'm the same as you. Even if the whole world rejected you, I'd still be here, by your side. I'm not like the 6 God Generals. I'm going to help you.
Luke, let's go. So we can rewrite Van's future with our own.
yeah,
Vamos lá. Os personagens falam as considerações finais antes da batalha contra o último chefão.
I'm impressed. I expected...
Ash is here too. He's inside me, lending me his...
Second-order hyperresonance. You've surpassed your original. You are now a true You've stepped across a sea of corpses and made it here. Now, join me, Luke. We will destroy the planet's memory and overturn the score of final judgment.
No.
Well.
I finally understand what it is I wanted. I wanted you to acknowledge me, to accept me as a human being, not...
Yes, and you have become a human being.
But that's not enough. You said to me, can you not live unless you were born for some purpose? I'm not living for anyone else. There's no special meaning in living. When I sensed my own death, I wanted to live. I know... So, I don't need you anymore. It doesn't matter if you accept me or not. Here I am, alive!
You've acquired some impudent wisdom.
Van, people can change, just as Luke has. Reconsider. The planet's memory may exist just as you say, but is it really absolute? Luke isn't here because it's written. He's here because he chooses to be. The planet's memory is one possible choice for a future, but only people make that choice.
That isn't absolute either. You might not be choosing, but rather being made.
If so, maybe you're being made to choose to destroy the planet's memory. If you say you've decided to erase the planet's memory of your own will, then that itself is proof that the planet's memory isn't absolute.
That's an empty argument. Elias score represents the planet's memory I speak of. The destruction of mankind is written in it. The destruction of the planet's memory.
So you will carry out that destruction with the originals, then create a replica world. That's no different than those who let Hod be destroyed. That's why Ash rejected you. Didn't you resent the destruction of Hod and despise those who caused it?
I did. But I must do whatever it takes to destroy the absolute path of the planet's memory.
It's strange to hear that from such a wise man. People and planets all eventually. Regardless of whether the planet has a memory or not, that alone is guaranteed. Even if the absolute path you speak of exists, people have the right to choose their own path to destruction.
Fitting words for a necromancer. Everything dies. It's merely a matter of time. But the planet's memory calls. I cannot accept perishing early the way you can.
But you're trying to destroy the originals even earlier than the planet's memory. You hate the score so much, you're shackled to it more than anyone else.
Perhaps no, all of us are bound to the future we call the score.
We believe we can choose our future.
I know the future is predetermined, as I thought. It would seem we cannot see eye to eye. Draw your weapons. I'll take you all on at once!
Van!
Vamos lá, primeiro fight.
Take... That's it!
Sempre respeito mesmo.
Aerial laser!
Raging Heaven! Raging Heaven! Bring it on! Raging Heaven!
Arte mística.
Raging Heaven!
Stay focused!
I'll get him next time.
Whoa, that was intense! We should be more careful.
Raging Heaven! Raging Heaven!
Vamos lá.
I'll destroy him!
I'm in trouble here!
Take this! Radiant Drive!
No! Oh, divine embrace that fosters life! Sure!
Bora, tio.
Careful, that was a powerful attack.
You watch out too!
Oh, divine embrace that fosters life! Sure!
The phonic hymns. Their melody will... But you don't know the true wish contained in those hymns.
No, brother. I do. I can feel the thoughts and emotions Yulia placed in these hymns.
If that's true, Mysteria, then sing. Take this!
Oh no, I'm getting toward the abyss.
Out of my sight!
Caralho, mano.
Frontline, stay focused.
I'll get it next time.
Oh, soothing light. Heal. Resurrection. Back.
Watch yourself, sorry.
Frontline, stay focused.
I'll get it next time. We all right here?
Oh, magnificent son of vengeance.
I'm bursting with phonons. Oh, soothing light. Heal.
Using this.
Oh, ravaging
Arte mística.
Let's finish this. Oh, soothing light.
Take this. Enough.
Whoa, that was intense.
Watch out.
Take this.
Oh, divine embrace.
Patient.
De novo.
I'll destroy. Take this.
Healing circle.
Negative hit.
That was a powerful attack. We should be more careful.
Guard me while I'm casting.
All right, I'm on it.
Suffer. Negative kick.
A return to soul
Oh,
from the
soothing
abyss.
light.
Sight.
Heal. And this time's back.
Enough.
Oh, just breathe.
Wreaking havoc.
Healing wings.
Suffer. Drop that. Out of my sight. Guardian cross.
Return
Oh,
the soul
soothing
from the
light.
abyss of death.
Heal. Resurrection.
Bora. Tchê.
Wreaking havoc.
Por que ele cacete?
Die! Too slow.
Have you forgotten? I'm the one who taught you the...
Release Lorelei!
You've grown strong.
Van.
To think you could push me this far. It seems I have no choice but to unleash this terrible power.
You're strong, but I won't lose. These arrows will send.
You have strong allies, Luke.
They've supported me through everything. For their... No. For my own existence.
When you use Lorelei's power, your control over Luke recognized that and forced you to... The same Luke you refused to acknowledge for so long. Luke will not... No! We will...
I commend you for making me use this power. I would but that too. Goodbye.
Here!
152 mil.
Bring it on!
Oh, soothing light!
Burning field! You're mine! Raging havoc! Raging havoc!
Leave it to me!
Raging havoc!
Oh, soothing light!
Raging havoc! Raging havoc!
Oh, soothing light! Heal! Trouble here!
Soul from the abyss of death.
Vamos lá.
Raging havoc! Raging havoc!
Droga, me espiar.
Oh, soothing light! Heal! I'm in trouble here!
Raging havoc!
Medication!
Raging havoc!
Come forth, O illumination of light! No!
Oh, divine embrace that fosters love!
Come forth, O illumination of light! Healing sun!
Sonic thrust!
Oh, soothing light!
Sonic thrust!
Arte mística.
Let's finish this!
Take this!
First aid! No way! Oh, divine embrace that fosters life! Sure! Oh, soothing light! Heal!
Vamos lá.
Raging, bring it on! Raging havoc! You're mine!
Arte mística.
Raging havoc! Take this! Raging havoc!
Droga, eles acham isso.
I'm in trouble here! Oh, divine embrace that fosters life! Cure!
Raging havoc!
That's enough!
I can turn this
My body's phonons are being drawn into Van. We must break the spell. If we don't...
No!
Luke, the second order hyperresonance. It can
I'm going to free Lorelei. Tyr, help me!
Right.
Pega, né, cacete?
I'm so dead. Now you die!
Pega ele, cacete!
The seventh melody. You've learned it, Tyr.
I remembered. You sang it to me while I cried. You knew what the phonic hymn meant. You were telling me everything, right from the start. Thank you, Van.
Farewell, Mysterica.
Master Van!
Stop! After all that's happened, you still call me Master. You fool. Forgive me, my brethren.
Master Van! Thank you!
Goodbye, my beloved brother.
Acabou, gente. Jogaça, nem amei jogar esse jogo. Vamos ver o final.
All right. Everybody hurry up and escape. I'll stay here and free Lorelei.
Luke!
It's my promise to Lorelei. This is what I need to do. Jade?
Luke, how you've changed.
I was really bad, wasn't I?
But no matter how much you change or regret your actions, not all of what you've done will be forgiven. And that's why you must come back alive. Rather, I hope you do.
Jade, shut up.
Sorry.
I'll be waiting. It's lonely being a servant without a master.
Hey, you're not my servant anymore.
So I'm not a servant in the manor. I'd still serve as your friend.
You're being stupid.
So hurry back home. I'll never forgive you if you just disappear.
You knew, huh?
When you come home, I'm gonna teach you not to hide things from your friends.
Annis?
I knew too. I wasn't as sure as Guy, but
What are you talking about?
You're an easy read. But I have to have you come back alive.
You're not expecting me to... We're not...
No. I'm going to reform the Order for Ion. But in order to do that, I need a patron. So, come home.
Whatever.
Luke, live. Please. I don't want to lose any more people dear to me.
Natalia.
Not to protect Kimlaska. To live your life. Understand?
I wanted to live.
You will. You cannot disappear. You cannot.
Thanks.
Master!
Your job's done now. Go home and be proud of what you did.
I'll be waiting for your return, Master!
Thanks.
Come home.
Tear.
You have to come home. You have to. I'll be waiting. Always.
I will. I promise. I'll come home.
Luke, I love you.
Tear!
So the world did not vanish. To think the future I saw would be rewritten. You have done admirably.
Acabou, gente. Jogaço, né? Jogaço. Um dos melhores, né? Todo o Tales of achei legal. Nenhum achei mais ou menos ruim que eu já joguei. Esse é meu quinto ou sexto ou sétimo Tales of que eu jogo. Vamos esperar o epílogo. Pois é, gente, falando mais do jogo, eu amei muito jogar esse jogo, foi muito divertido. Eu já tinha jogado Sinfonia, que tá aí no meu canal. E deu pra ver que esse jogo, eu pensei que ia ser igual ao Sinfonia, o mapa mundo. Só que o mapa mundo desse jogo é muito melhor que o do Sinfonia, até porque esse jogo veio depois do Sinfonia. Né? Então deu pra sentir a diferença da evolução de como os caras trabalharam no jogo para fazer o jogo. Muito bom esse jogo mesmo, realmente. Em termos de mapa, eu prefiro Sinfonia. Para mim, o melhor de todos é Sinfonia. Mas esse jogo evoluiu bem comparado com Sinfonia que veio antes. Muito bom. Tão bom quanto o Vespera. Também o Vespera tem o melhor mapa do mundo. E o último, né? Também, né? Tão bom quanto o Chile meio também, 1 e 2, apesar de dois protagonistas não falar. O 2 é muito bom também. O Berserker achei bom. O pior, na minha opinião, eu existiria. É o pior. Mas é um bom jogo. Mas falando desse agora, do Abyss, muito bom também, gente. Muito bom. Recomendo, muito bom. Ele está disponível somente para 3DS atualmente. Ou você pode comprar no eBay o original. Ou qualquer outra plataforma de vendas onde a pessoa vende os seus produtos. Quero esperar aí ver o Xenosaga. Ah, não vi o que era. Acho que era testa, né? Testar.
You didn't come. I believe your presence was requested at Luke's coming-of-age ceremony at the Duke's manor.
I'm not interested in some ceremony in front of Luke's grave.
That's why the both of you came here, isn't it?
He said he'd be back, so let the others sit around and tell stories at his grave. But I won't be joining them.
Ele tem que aparecer, cara.
We should be heading back soon. The valley is dangerous at night.
Eu vou chorar, ó. Eu sempre me emociono com finais felizes. Eu tô com os olhos aqui marejando. E se ele tá de cabelo grande?
You here?
This place has a nice view of Hod. And also, I promised someone.
Pois é, gente, acabou. Gente, obrigado por assistir. Deixe o comentário, like, ative o sininho. Um abraço aos cavalheiros, um beijo às damas. Fiquem com Deus. Se inscreva no canal se você não está inscrito. Siga-me no Twitter, Facebook. E até o próximo vídeo de Tales of the Abyss, se você ainda estiver assistindo. Ou até o próximo jogo, se você estiver dando uma olhada no meu canal. Até a próxima aventura, pessoal. Lembrando que a hora do jogo tá errado, deixei ligado ver o jogo. Algum tempo. Vários tempos.